Hey everyone, welcome back to some more D&D content. For this video, I'm going to be talking about members of our actual party. Just a little bit of context, some of us have been playing in this campaign a lot longer than others, meaning that their lore is a little bit more in depth. We are the Draconic Defenders. Our members consist of Shalltear, Hinrinn, Rosaline, and Staz with Lug. Let's meet the party. Shalltear Bloodfallen, a Shadow Dragon High Vampire Paladin Cleric. Shalltear Shadow Bloodfallen is the third princess of the Draconic Empire, but the fifth in line for the Draconic throne. She's a half Shadow Dragon and a half High Vampire, making her a very rare breed. She's the current ruler of Sandtown in the Draconic Empire and the leader of the Draconic Defenders. She's the daughter of King Rot and has an older brother and a younger sister called Ava, plus two stepmoms called Viper and Dawn. Shalltear is a warrior by birth and is the sort of person who can flip emotions very quickly. She will not hold back if wrong things are said against her family or close party members. She is very caring to her family and will lie down her life for her younger sister. She also enjoys battles and a little bit of chaos. Shalltear was sheltered a lot because of how protective her father was, and as a consequence, she rarely interacted with anyone apart from her family and high nobles. On one of the trips to the noble realms, she met three young nobles from the human kingdom, Razor, Eclair, and Techno, otherwise known as Blade. During this trip, Shalltear made her first and best friend Eclair. As she grew up, she trained with Crimson and Dawn in attempts to become as strong as she could be. Many years later, she was sent to Sandtown to take over as its sole ruler, since it had been vacant of a ruler for some time. However, she still needed to prove herself worthy of the role, so Rot sent her to meet a party on their way to kill the first Necromancer King, Hinrinn Dad, the Dragonborn archaeologist rogue. Hinrinn was born in the Dragon Empire, but Hinrinn's family moved to the Elf Kingdom to avoid persecution when he was at a very young age. Hinrinn grew up listening to stories of great wizards and sorcerers from his mother and aspired to be one. He really wanted to join the Magic Academy, but showed zero attributes towards the mystic arts, which left Hinrinn feeling broken-hearted. Hinrinn's parents got him into a different academy where he met Professor Orym, a gnome crackpot professor who was fascinated with the mythical codexes. Once graduated, and still broken-hearted about his magical inability, he took a simple job in the city's library. There he stayed until his 40th birthday, when he quit his job and went out to become an archaeologist. It seems that fortune favours the bold, because when Hinrinn delved into his first dungeon, a long-abandoned estate, he found an ancient stolen relic of the Claw tribe in New Elfland. Introductions were made quickly with the crown prince of the Claw tribe, Shinx. Hinrinn showed him and returned the relic to the crown prince, and Shinx showed his appreciation by inviting Hinrinn to join him and journey back to New Elfland. Spent a couple of months there whilst Hinrinn was in awe of Shinx's skill of magic. Sometime later, Hinrinn was sent on a job where he ran into a group of adventurers already exploring the site. With these guys came a whirlwind of adventures such as rebuilding/improving the desolated keep of Sandtown and racing against the Necromancer Kings to reclaim the Codex. Although many wanted to wield the power of the Codex, the responsibility to wield/be the Guardian fell to Hinrinn, and with Oryx's help, Hinrinn became 100% attuned to the Codex. This is how Hinrinn got to now his iconic tree look, changing his brass scales into a bark-like texture. Some big revelations have been revealed along the journey. Hinrinn had presumed his family were just normal citizens, since he hadn't been told any different, but a discovery that his great-great-great-grandfather, Hinrinn Kroku, had in his attempt to acquire the Abyssal Codex, but bet the clan of Hinrinn's family magic on it and lost. This permanently severed all descendants of the clan Hinrinn's connection to the arcane. After a particularly harrowing mission to help seal away some ancient evils by helping Oryx that meant sacrificing Fox, this pitted Hinrinn against the party. Although she was saved, Hinrinn took a month in the Forest of Eden to try and figure out the man that he was now. Confident, commanding, willing to do what some would not, Hinrinn returned to Sandtown more comfortable in himself than he ever had in his entire life. Hinrinn's big goal now is to uncover all the family secrets that people and time have hidden from him. Rosie for short, an elf police cleric. Rosie grew up in the Elfland, specifically in the orphanage of Inflona. Knowing what it's like not to have someone take care of you, Rosalie took it upon herself to take care and even raise the children. The reason? To ensure no matter how dark and alone the world may be, there will always be someone who will love them no matter what. After spending nearly a century taking care and raising children, Rosalie decided that she needed to experience the world. After all, she may be able to teach the children valuable life lessons. So she joined a party at the guild in the human kingdom. Due to her peaceful nature, Rosalie played a role of the healer for her old party. After 10 years of working for the guild and gaining valuable knowledge and experience, Rosalie returned to the orphanage, spending nearly another century raising, caring, and teaching the children. Later, she became the owner of the orphanage and was content with living a peaceful life, or so she thought, until an extremely tragic event caused Rosie to spend her recent years alone, searching for answers. It was during one of these searches she encountered the party. To Rosalie, not only will the party inadvertently get her closer to the truth, they will also give her another reason to live. Rosalie has a soft and caring demeanor and tries and keep an upbeat attitude. She is very kind towards her colleagues and even some of her enemies. She is considered as a mother figure by the people in Sandtown, so much so that the town's orphanage was named after her. She always does her best to keep the people around her safe and will do anything to protect those that she loves, even if it kills her. And finally, we have the character that I play, which is Staz Lug, a half-orc barbarian ranger with his lightning fighter wolf brother. The hunting grounds is a sacred, ever-changing forest filled with many monsters and beasts, to which few outsiders survive entering. Abandoned in the alcove of a tree in the hunting grounds by his biological mother when he was a baby. Hearing the child cry out, Melora, the wild mother, took pity on him and saw a grand opportunity to unite two worlds by joining man and beast, so she accepted the child into the hunting grounds. Due to this blessing, the Skybreakers, a pack of lightning wolves with their alpha Alaska, heard the cries of the newborn and mistook it as distress calls of one of their own cubs. The wolves found the child and took it in as their own, raising him and teaching him the ways of the beasts. Over the years and under the guidance of Alaska, the boy became a furious warrior and grew to become a fully trusted member of the pack, where even the newborn cubs would rely on him for support and protection. Staz knew that he was different from his brothers and sisters, and soon became agitated, being bound to the borders of the forest, longing to explore the outside world. He became increasingly curious about the world beyond the realm of the hunting grounds, and used to sneak out at night to satisfy his curiosity and to study the outside world. He took his pack brother Lug with him, and together they would venture outside the borders of the forest to observe the weird creatures that surrounded the grounds. Over time, he learnt to understand many languages. However, due to his lack of interactions with people, he finds it extremely hard to communicate effectively with any non-creature that he meets or stumbles upon. When he wasn't hunting, Staz taught himself how to form small words to the point where he can speak a little. However, he does talk in broken sentences and does tend to get frustrated if he's not understood or believed that he is simple-minded. On one expedition outside the hunting grounds, Staz and Lug stumbled upon the party, and throughout the party's wacky adventure, and them being in need of some muscle, Staz learnt to care for them, and now he considers them part of his clan. Did I say finally? Well, with Season 2, we have a new face joining us, and that face is Adelliah, a Cobalt Drake Warden Ranger with her Drake sister Izora. Obviously, not much is known about them yet, as we haven't even met them, but I hope you guys are excited to meet them just as much as I am. And there you have it. That is our party. I hope you enjoyed listening to the many backstories and personalities of our characters. The next videos that you see will be the actual streams that we have of them from a certain point in the campaign. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the videos to come, and keep on rolling, guys.